Police have confirmed that the body of the woman found at Sela Bay yesterday is that of 42-year-old Eun Chung Kim, who was reported missing just 1 day prior. Kim was the owner of a club in Hagåtña known as the Black Hole. She was last seen leaving her Tamuning residence on Wednesday around 11 in the morning. She was driving a black Ford Ranger pickup truck and was believed to be in the Agate area on Wednesday. While police have been following numerous leads, they have yet to narrow down a suspect. Reporting details such as the following is what police hope will trigger memory of the tipsters, who will then call Crime Stoppers and their hotline. From there, the authorities put the pieces of the puzzles together in order to solve a murder like this one or other crimes. Once again, we are talking about the success of having Guam Crime Stoppers, and we're talking with Crime Stoppers Coordinator and Police PIO Alan Guzman, along with Crime Stoppers Board Member Steve Nygaard. Gentlemen, again, thank you very much for coming in. Now, who are your law enforcement partners that help you guys day in and day out?
Well, the partners in itself, we work with also with the with private companies and stuff. But you're talking about as in law enforcement, we're not. People shouldn't also restrict it just for the Guam Police Department.
Right.
We got other law enforcement agencies that deal with customs, the airport, the Port Authority and stuff. So any kind of crime that may be related to their particular division or their agency, they can still call the Guam Crime Stoppers. I will coordinate the tips to be issued out to their the prospective agencies that it requires their immediate attention.
Now, one of the things that troubled me when it comes to anonymity, I know that tipsters remain anonymous, but if you need the person to testify in court later on, how do you go about doing that or working those details out?
Not with the Crime Stoppers program.
Okay.
It won't happen.
When the Guam law was strengthened in 2003, I believe it was, one aspect of the law that was really important was it was to fix a loophole that had occurred in Quincy, Illinois, where a defense attorney had gone after phone records through the phone company to find out about Crime Stoppers calls. And now the Crime Stoppers calls were protected, but the phone records from the phone company weren't protected. So that law fixed that loophole, and so we fixed it here. So GTA records, when it comes to Crime Stoppers calls, are treated as if they are Crime Stoppers records.
Okay,
and
good
protected,
to know.
fully protected.
Completely anonymous. Now, what are your plans for 2007?
We have a few things underway this year that are new. We're looking at Judge Richard Carter coming out to continue the training that we've started. He's the top legal mind in Crime Stoppers USA, and he's tentatively scheduled to come out in March. We have, of course, January 27, we have the Run Against Crime, and you'll see Alan there and Phil there, and we'll all be there. You'll see us all there. And then another aspect of Crime Stoppers that's hopefully will expand the program is going to be involve other segments of the community. We've got the Navy and the Air Force are expanding, so we've talked about getting in touch with them to expand the program into their communities, because as they grow, crime will grow there as well as it does anywhere else. And we're in touch with James Petit over at Student Support Services in the Guam Public School System, because they've recognized that Crime Stoppers has helped them with their vandalism problems, and so they want to take the program into the schools. So we have some good growth possibilities for 2007.
And anyone out there listening that perhaps wants to get on board with Crime Stoppers and help out in any way possible, how can they get a hold of you? What is the easiest way to get a hold of Crime Stoppers?
477-HELP.
Okay, the Crime Stoppers hotline. I did want to close out by having you plug that, but it is 477-HELP. And if people can't remember that, you're in the book, or they could just call the police, right, Alan?
Yes, they can.
Okay, and they'll direct them to the 477
Yeah, just don't
hotline.
mistake the help for other help.
Okay. There you go. Oh, man. Yeah. Anything I didn't ask, gentlemen, that you want to ensure you add?
No, feel free to call, and your call will be anonymous. And remember, there's a reward if your tip leads to an arrest.
Just my closing, it's that this program is for the public. If you want to stop these crimes that are occurring on Guam, please give the Guam Crime Stoppers a call, and let's do our part with your part in togetherness to be able to solve these crimes that are occurring on Guam.
Because it does take a village.
Yes, it does.
Thank you, gentlemen. Anyone with any information should contact the Guam Police at 472-8911, or Crime Stoppers, again, is 477-HELP. We'll wrap up the show after this timeout. Stay with us.